Shannon, I'm going to start with you. What does this tell you about Nick Saban?
Nothing. He's always like this. He's always this way, confrontational. Coach Saban feels like I won 5 national championships in a 9-year span. I should be above reproach. How dare you question my decision on who I play or how I use my quarterbacks? Maria Taylor just happened to be on the end. She just happened to be the one to answer the question. This was basically all the media. Skip, you remember, was it last year or 2 years ago, he said the media is like rat poison. He said, you guys ask these questions, they start eating it up, and it kills our team. This is Coach Saban. This is who he is. So now all of a sudden we think he's going to change? Coach Saban's not going to change. It could have been Maria Taylor. It could have been Skip Bayless. It could have been Jenny Taft. It didn't matter who asked the question. This is what they're going to get. Because here's the thing, Skip. Coach Saban feels some type of loyalty to Jalen Hurts because he has taken them to 2 national championship games. He didn't win them, but he did take them there. Tua came in. Skip, is painfully obvious. Tua is the better of the 2 quarterbacks. The throwing the ball is not even close. And what Hurts provided for you in the run game is not substantially different than what Tua can give you. So Tua can run the ball maybe not as well as Hurts can, but he throws the ball 1,000 times better. So now you just can't Skip, the throws he was making, Skip. Did you see the one down the middle, right before the half? And everybody's looking like, okay, Tua's in. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Okay, they put Hurts in. Punt, punt. They put Tua back in. Touchdown. 28-0 at the half. And everybody's looking like, Coach Saban, are you watching a different game than what we're seeing? Because we see you go up and down the field with Tua, we see you stall it out with Jalen Hurts. So what seems to be the problem? And all she asked, you had questions going into the game. Do you still have those same questions? Because from what I saw, it shouldn't even been close. And Coach Saban's feeling some type of way. You know, hey, I got these 5 chips. At Alabama, I got 6 total. I'm Saint Nick. You need to put some speck on my name and not ask me these questions.
Really?
But Coach Saban is Coach Saban. We know how he is. Nothing's changed. It just so happens that Maria Taylor asked that question. It was her job. So she got the first sideline interview. She got the tongue lashing. But it could have been anyone.
So you love Doug Peterson and you love Nick
I didn't
Saban.
say,
You're having a bad day. These were 2 classless acts by these 2 guys.
I didn't say I loved it. I'm just saying this is who he is. You know it.
So Maria Taylor asked a perfectly reasonable, easy to answer question. She did not do so antagonistically or probingly. She just asked a straightforward question about, this was a big question. It's simply the biggest single question in all of college football.
Correct.
Which quarterback you going with, Coach? Because he won't announce a decision, right? He wouldn't even announce the starter, right?
Yeah.
And she gave him the out of, what answer did you have tonight? Well, I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable question, and that was a perfectly unreasonable answer. And I think he started off reasonably, and then he just snapped in mid-sentence, and he went a different direction. And I'm partial about this. I think Jenny's the best sideline reporter in all of college football. And I wish he had snapped on Jenny. I'm not going to I'm just giving her a compliment.
So nice of
well,
you.
It's just the truth. And I wish St. Nick had said the same thing to Jenny Taft, because he might have gotten an earful right back.
No, Jenny composed.
No,
Jenny hold that thing down. Jenny was like, okay, Coach Saban, well, let me ask you this. That's how Jenny would have handled it. Jenny is not like that. Jenny's not confrontational.
No, she would have said, Coach, I just asked you a perfectly reasonable question that everybody out in our TV land in our viewer land is asking right now.
And don't make me take the earrings and heels off and do you right here, Coach Saban. You're about to get bust up.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't think it would have gone that far.
Watch out, Jenny, sideline reporter.
The point is that, once again, Nick Saban, who's always had a problem handling his quarterbacks, it's the one part of the football team he's least comfortable with is the quarterback. It's why he's always wanted just a cog at quarterback, right? Some A.J. McCarron or Jake Coker that he can go win championships with, because he doesn't have to worry about them, because mostly they just hand off and throw low-risk, and Greg McElroy, throw low-risk passes. And I'll remind you, back in 2015, remember the game against Ole Miss at Tuscaloosa? That they lost to Chad Kelly, who's now your backup quarterback in Denver, and should be, because he's pretty good.
Played well.
Yeah. Remember that game, Nick Saban started Cooper Bateman over Jake Coker. He thought he had to mix it up, and they lost 43-37 at home, and then he went back and he had lost his senses. He regained them, and he put Jake Coker back in the lineup, and what happened?
Won a national championship.
Okay, so that's the guy who's choking under this pressure right now because he has two quarterbacks. And I disagree with your conclusion about this. I don't think he feels any loyalty to Jalen Hurts, but deep down, he thinks Jalen Hurts is a more solid performer with much more experience than Tua. And the reason, to me, Coach Saban has become basically cat on a hot tin roof is because Tua is everything that he does not love in a quarterback.
Correct.
He is a riverboat gambler who will try just about anything.
That first TD pass.
Hey, can we see that? Do we have this one, the one where he spun out of trouble and just flung it into the end zone? Let's try this one. I'm in a little trouble. Nope, I spin and I just wing it blindly to the corner of the end zone. What if the DB had played the ball right? Might he still be running? He just got lost. The DB just got lost on this play, right? Whew. And when Coach Saban goes back and looks at that tape and runs it back and forth, he's going to be saying, that's my starting quarterback? I think it's scaring him to death. That's not the way Alabama plays offense, right?
No, it's not. But the thing is, Skip, if you notice, if Jalen Hurts, if they'd have had Tua the year before, they beat Clemson. Because what these teams, the Clemson and the Georgia, that equal talent.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Tua might one of these games he come apart and throw 3 picks because he's trying too hard or trying throws that you just can't keep trying, can't keep escaping from?
Well, he will force the defense to be honest, Skip. Because if you watch him throw the ball, he threw some darts.
He can wing it.
He threw some darts.
It's sensational. It takes my breath. Like I'm like, wow.
And see, the thing is, he feels that, like you said, the first question she asked, Coach Saban was going good. And like,
And then he flipped. I mean, it's like he snapped in mid-thought because he did. He lumped her question with all the questions he's been asked all week.
Yes.
You, but it was the pejorative you. It was everybody you, not her. Because I don't know that Maria Taylor's asked him that question before, right?
And so he did with Doug Peterson. He said, Doug said, actually, he said it, I'm lumping all you guys in together.
Yeah.
Coach Saban didn't say that, but that's what he did. Because she's not trying to put Jalen Hurts against Tua. She just watched the ball game from the sideline.
Yeah.
She saw what everybody else saw. There should be no doubt in your mind, Coach Saban, who your starting quarterback should be. And he's like, well, both of these guys, both of them didn't play well. Tua had a 99 QBR. Skip, you say you love QBR.
I do.
He had 99.
Yeah.
99. Jalen Hurts had 48.
Yeah.
So what are we discussing again?
Yeah. What if that DB hadn't got lost in that play and stayed home and he catches it and runs 104 yards?
Oh, kind of like the guy at San Francisco when he misplayed Michael Gallup and Dak Prescott got a touchdown and you were heaping, jumping up and down. Oh, what if he hadn't misplayed that? You see how I did it, Skip?
No.
I keep telling you, I'll be waiting.
That was a preseason game.
Okay.
This one counted.
Yeah.
Right?
But guess what? The DB misplayed the ball. That's all my point is, Skip.
Well, this was Louisville and Orlando. I don't think Louisville's very good on defense.
I know another team that we're not talking about that's not very good.
Who?
They happen to go to South Bend. Old khaki pants.
Well, I would love to talk about that.
We'll talk about it later.
We had time for that because I told you before the show I wanted to talk about it, but we don't have time.
But
today
I tell you who,
because I could educate you on what happened Saturday night.
I tell you what you can't educate me on. I know who did look good. I know who looked good every open in September.
Who? Oklahoma?
Oh, stop playing.
Oklahoma. Jenny was
When was
there.
the last time they won a national championship? Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, boy, they've won.
99? 99? Was that the last time?
Yeah.
Coach
They've
Saban,
been in the playoffs a bunch of times.
the Alabama Invitational. And guess who? And guess who keep bringing the trophy
What happened
home?
the last time Oklahoma played Alabama in a bowl game? Help me out.
You know how long ago that's been, Skip?
Huh?
We done won 3 national championships since then. I can't even
I
go
don't
back there.
think you've won 3 since
Okay, we
then.
only won 2. My bad. But they've only been 4 played.
How did you give up 40-plus again to Trevor Knight?
He gave 40 points.
He's not half the quarterback Baker Mayfield was.
Baker
And maybe
had,
even Kyler Murray is. I don't know.
Baker had a chance to see us. And he lost to the team that we took apart.
He got hurt.
He didn't get hurt.
He did. He got banged up.
Don't do that, Skip. Skip.
He went double
Y'all had a
overtime.
24-7
He threw for
lead.
200 yards in the first half against
The game is 2 halves.
I don't care.
Oh, we're
Say
living in the
say it with me,
past.
Skip. Say Nick.
Ain't-
Oh, man, I
I'll
forgot
say
my
it.
prop.
Wait, ain't Nick.
I forgot my
Saint
prop.
Nick has to get used to answering that question because it is going to continue.
I'd say.
Y'all don't ask him that question anymore.
Yeah.
I wish I could interview him. I'd have some fun with that one someday.
Jenny, don't have
Someday.
don't have
Okay,
fun with
more.